Hello and welcome back to my video. Because it is getting pretty late at night and there's really nothing to see outside, I'm going to just go with a black screen today and you guys can just listen to me talk. Today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about having a good EQ at the workplace. Now, having a good EQ is very important in life, but it's particularly difficult at the workplace, especially if you are someone who have to hang out with their boss on a daily basis. Like if you are a secretary or if you are a personal assistant of the employer, then I hope you will find today's episode particularly important. Now, there are going to be some of you that after listening to the episode today, you're going to say, oh, yeah, but this is crazy. I mean, like, why can't we just act like normal human beings? Why can't we just be honest and without all these under the table kind of behind the scene backstabbing and all this crazy politics stuff? Well, then congratulations, you are probably someone who don't have to deal with this kind of scenario. You probably work for yourself, you're independently wealthy, and you own your own business, then congratulations, you probably never need anything like this. Although, when you take some of these tips I'm going to give you guys today into consideration, it may actually help you get along with other people in your daily dealings. There are a lot of pitfalls and uh, undercurrents, undertows at the workplace, especially when it comes to dealing with your employer. One day you're getting along just fine. You may be the rising star of the company, and then you didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly you're sidelined. You are shuffled up to the corner, and your employer just seems to not like you anymore, and you don't even know why. If that have happened to you in the past, if you have uh, just been going through something similar at the workplace and you're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Why does my employer suddenly hate me? Then most likely you have stepped on one of the many, many hidden landmines in the workplace. And some of these we talked about in the past. For example, I spoke about in the past about you don't want to be too unique. If you are totally unique and you always have different opinion with your coworkers, it doesn't matter how good you are not going to be liked by your boss because you are annoying to deal with. Um, so today I'm going to give you 5 more tips on some of these landmines that you might come across at the workplace and hopefully help you avoid them down the road. And I want to take this chance to give you guys a fair warning that not that we want to be racist or anything, but a lot of these, while to a white employer, it may not seem such a big deal. But trust me, if your employer is Asian, especially if they're Chinese, then you really, really want to be on your toe, avoiding stepping on these landmines, offending them without even knowing what you did. Okay, number one, this one is very easy. Pay attention to what your employer wears. If they wear a $500 suit, you don't want to wear a $600 suit. If they have a $40 watch, you do not want to wear a $50 watch. Okay? Your job is to make your employer look good, not to outshine your employer. So if you just happen to be good looking and have big muscles while your employer's short and stumpy, then well, there's not much you can do about that. But you got to pay attention to what you wear, what you drive, what kind of lunchbox you carry. Don't try to outdo your employer. Try to keep them ahead of you at all times. This will make them feel much better about themselves, stroke their ego, and they'll love you a lot more. People like to be around people who make them feel good. People like to be around people who stroke their ego. Now I'm going to give you a scenario, and we're going to go into pitfall number two. Your employer said to you that, hey, uh, my friend, the owner of Sony, let's say the owner of Sony is wanting to invite us out for lunch, and we're going to just have a casual lunch meeting and get to know each other. I want you to come with me as my personal assistant, and you are very happy. You feel proud. Great, good for you. Okay, show up at the meeting with your boss. Again, make sure that your boss is dressed better than you are. Don't wear your most expensive stuff. Try to look more demure, more low key. Okay, your job is not to outshine your boss. Now you show up at the lunch place. You meet the boss's friend, this very important person. And let's say this very important person, his name is Mr. Smith. And Mr. Smith say, oh, okay, what are we wanting to order? And of course, because if Mr. Smith is buying lunch, then Mr. Smith will look at the menu first and order first. Pay attention here, okay? So let's say in this scenario, Mr. Smith said, oh, I'm not too hungry today. I think I'll just order the sashimi platter. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but it's only 200 bucks. It's okay. And then Mr. Smith passed the menu over to your boss and said, uh, your turn. What would you like to order? Your boss look at the menu and say, oh, well, no, I'm not really hungry, actually. I'll just have soup and salad. And then the menu come to you. It's your turn to order. You look at the menu and you think, oh, wow, everything's so expensive here. Even the soup and salad is 100 bucks. And that sashimi platter Mr. Smith is ordering is 200 bucks. Well, good thing I'm not the one paying for it. Let's order something really good. I feel like prime rib. I'm going to get that $400 prime rib. So you order your $400 prime rib, you have a good time, and congratulations, your boss will probably never take you with him ever again on another lunch meeting with important people because you have just triggered landmine number two. Okay, unspoken rule of the workplace. Landmine number two. When you are having lunch with important clients, important people in general, watch and pay attention to what they are ordering because that is your uh, baseline. Don't order anything that's more expensive than what they order. If they order some sashimi platter that is $200, order something that costs less than $200 because otherwise even if the person themselves don't mind, the people you go with, your boss in this case, going to feel that you are very cheap, going to feel that you're very low class, that you take advantage of people's generosity. What? The person who's paying the bill only eats $200 worth of food and you're going to order $400 worth of prime rib. What kind of low life are you? Okay? So this is our landmark number two. Pay attention to what other people are ordering and try to stay below that threshold. By the way, this also applies if there's an elder in the family, like your uncle taking you out for dinner, your friend's dad taking you out for dinner. This also applies. Okay, pay attention to what they order. Do not order something that costs more than what they eat. Landmine pitfall number three. In this scenario, again, you are told by your boss, hey, we are going to meet this very good, very important client. We are going to meet Mr. Smith for dinner. I want you to come with me and be my personal assistant. And I also want George and Lenny to come with us. Okay, great. You go and tell George and Lenny, hey, we are going to go out with the boss and we're going to meet with Mr. Smith and we're going to have dinner. Halfway through dinner, your boss said to George and Lenny, hey, can you guys like give us a little bit of privacy? And then George and Lenny leave the table, go elsewhere. And then your boss turns to you and say, hey, uh, can you get me a pack of Marlboro? There's a convenience store just around the corner. I need you to go get me a pack of Marlboro. And like an eager beaver, because you want to serve your boss as best as you can, you dash off to the corner store, grab the Marlboro, come right back, and give the Marlboro to your boss. Congratulations, your boss will probably never bring you to another important dinner engagement ever again because you just triggered landmine number three. Landmine number three, learn to read between the lines. Your boss already mentioned to George and Lenny, give us some privacy. And then your boss told you to go get a pack of Marlboro. This is when you have to really pay attention. Does your boss even smoke? Does your boss even smoke Marlboro? Because if they don't, most likely this is their polite way to say, hey, can you just leave me and Mr. Smith alone and go walk around for a little bit? Right? Maybe you are more important than George and Lenny, and your boss didn't want to just tell you to give him some privacy. So he's using this way. Can you get me a pack of Marlboro? And he's wanting you to leave the room and stay away, not to dash out, grab the Marlboro, and come right back. Okay? Learn to read between the lines. It is very, very important at the workplace. Rule number four. Again, same scenario. Your boss say, "Hey, we're going to have dinner with Mr. Smith, and I want you to come with me." Blah 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 blah. And you're happy, you're proud to be at your boss's side, and you show up. You wear the right clothes. You don't outshine your boss. You give them privacy when they ask you to. Everything is perfect. And then your boss tells you, hey, I think we need to get going. Can you go uh, ask the front desk how to for us to have our bill? Can you get our bill? Off you go to the front desk. Come back with the bill, and you go up to your boss and hand him the bill, and you say to your boss, "Oh yeah, it's $600, not that," and then you got to include tip on top of that. Don't be surprised if your boss gives you a very annoyed, awkward look at that point, and then he'll pull out his credit card, pay the bill, and try to smile through the whole thing. And congratulations, your boss will never take you with him ever again, right? Because you just triggered landmine number four. Your boss should not be paying for the bill. Now, a lot of people are saying, going to say, okay, wait a second. We're having, if my boss is taking this important client out, obviously my boss should pay for the bill. No, your workplace should pay the bill, not your boss. This is, if you want your boss to love you and treat you like his best assistant ever, go off quietly, pay the bill, and come back and tell your boss it's all taken care of. Your boss will take you with him wherever he goes from that point on. Why is that? Okay. This is not your boss trying to cheap out on you. This is because everything go by process. There's a process on finance in workplaces. If you pay for the bill, you can come back to your boss tomorrow with the receipt, and then your boss can reimburse you, and that goes toward like and that can be counted as work expenses. But if your boss pays the bill, well, your boss is the one that paying everybody. He's going to have to take the receipt and then reimburse himself using the company money, and then that runs the risk of being audited when it's time for income tax because it looks really suspicious. You are the boss. How come you're reimbursing yourself? Okay, so by making your boss pay the bill, you are messing up the whole process of how company finance have to go. Not to mention it make the boss look a little bit awkward in front of this very important client, right? So don't step into this one. This is one of those that is not immediately intuitive. So when you go out with your boss, and if there's an important client, don't bring your boss the bill. Pay the bill, bring your boss the receipt next day. Number five. Okay, this is our last landmine of the evening. Again, your boss take you out for dinner with his very important client. Both of you been drinking. All of you have a good time. At the end of the night, your boss say to you, "Hey, I'm a little bit too drunk to drive. Can you drive Mr. Smith home?" And you say, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And your boss says to you, "Okay, now go get your car, and we'll be waiting for you outside when you come back with your car. And while you're down there, ask the front desk about their special loyalty reward. I believe they are giving out special gift basket for this special celebration they're having." You have no idea what your boss is talking about. When you guys came in, you didn't see anything about any kind of specialty program. You go downstairs, you take a look at the front desk. There's nothing that says specialty gift basket for anything. You go get your car, come back, you drive Mr. Smith home. Tomorrow, you show up at work. Your boss asks you, "Did Mr. Smith like the gift basket?" And you said, "Boss, there was no gift basket, there was no loyalty, anything." Congratulations, your boss will not take you to a special event again because there again, you did not read between the lines. Okay, your boss told you to look into getting a gift basket for Mr. Smith. Maybe because Mr. Smith already promised a very good contract for your company. Maybe they signed a special deal and your boss want to show some appreciation and make Mr. Smith happy. When your boss said something about getting a gift for Mr. Smith, even if there's no special promotion gift basket or anything like that, go find one. Okay, the when the time you have to go get your car, you can go to any corner store, pick up a box of chocolate or something, and that's still better than nothing. So again, learn to read between the lines. Read between the lines is probably the most important bit of advice I can give you when dealing with workplace politics and how to survive in your workplace and get along with your employer. Because if you don't get along with your employer, if you don't even know how to read between the lines, then it doesn't matter how talented you are not going to go very far. Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please like and subscribe. And if you would like to, please check out my blog over at johnnytigerexperience.blogspot.com.